Kentucky State Auditor is preparing to take a deep look into JCPS.
WDRB's Darby Beane joins us now. And Darby, what exactly will she be looking at here?
Well, there's a lot. State Auditor Allison Ball said this is a massive undertaking, and she said the last time there was an audit this thorough into JCPS was a decade ago, back in 2014. Ball talked about this during a task force meeting in Frankfort on school governance earlier this week, and she also talked about the previous audit that resulted in more than 200 recommendations for JCPS.
I understand that there were actions taken that addressed some of those, but the question is, where are we now, 10 years later? Have they gone back to some of the old practices? Are there new things that need to be addressed? And that's what this audit is meant to identify.
And she said this audit will look at many things besides just the financial part of it.
All right, so what will that include? Because we know we've heard JCPS transportation has been a big topic with the millions of minutes of instructional time missed last year due to late buses, and then the fix coming at the expense of transportation for many kids in our community, that they lost their ride to school. What else will the state be focusing in on?
Right, Gil. So it's not just one focus, and it's going to take some time because of all the different things that they're wanting to look to. So plans are looking at whether the district is using funding effectively, if JCPS has implemented those recommendations from that audit back in 2014. This audit will also focus on safety, on cybersecurity, bus safety, like you mentioned, Gil, violence in schools, student discipline, mental health resources, dropout prevention, and more. And she says doing all this will take time, so that audit is not expected to be released until July of 2026. And JCPS said it looks forward to sitting down with Auditor Ball and her team. A JCPS representative was at this meeting, and he said the plan is to have a meeting with the auditor early next month about this upcoming audit.
And so this task force in Frankfort has been meeting for some time now. They've talked to teachers and students and community members. Have they said anything about splitting up JCPS as a district into multiple districts?
That's been a thought for many and a concern for a lot. Senator Mike Nemes is the co-chair of this task force, and he did address that when he was talking to the rest of the members at the end of that meeting. Take a listen to that.
We are here only to make Jefferson County Public Schools the best they can be. If you think they're failing, we want to make them successful. If you think they're great, we will make them the greatest. So anything about splitting the district or not splitting the district is something that may be recommended or not, but that is not the intent of the task force.
And he said his top recommendation is to simply continue this task force into next year.
All right, Darby, thank you for your reporting today.